What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a couple of awesome duels for you guys to check out. Well, really the first duel is awesome. The second one is more of a combo demonstration, not necessarily a great duel, but our first duel is going to feature Mayakashi and they're going to be taking on Rockets. I don't think that the best build of Rockets are going to run any of the fusion stuff. I mean, Rapid Trigger, being able to use it during like the battle phase is pretty nice, but in general, I think that the deck is more consistent if you're just kind of focusing on really just link summoning and then also a little bit of synchro summoning. I think that maybe you might Dixie summon every blue moon, but for the most part, you're not going to be fusion summoning that much. Anyways, Mayakashi are up first, which I don't really think Mayakashi want to go first because I don't really think that they put up any disruption against the opponent. You get a little bit of protection because of the link monster, like as long as it points to a synchro, it can't be attacked, so you don't have to worry about your opponent running over your 1900 monster, and it does give you some awesome, extra monster zones. But in general, all the deck kind of does is just summon vanilla beaters. These monsters don't do anything until they're actually summoned from the graveyard. The Mayakashi Synchro monsters. Also, you blow through so much of your extra deck in like 2 turns. I'm not really sure you want to go first with Mayakashi. Anyways, most kind of Rocket decks want to go straight into Guard Dragon plays, and that's kind of where he's going to go, although he is going to start with Wee Witch's Apprentice into some Guard Dragons, still summoning a very powerful Red Eyes Metal Darkness Dragon, or Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I always get that damn name I messed up and mixed up. But anyways, that's going to summon a monster from his hand. Obviously, I've said before, Tracer is kind of the best combo facilitator for Rockets, and you always want to get that out. He is going to go for Furious Dragon, Savage Dragon, and the original Borlo Dragon all in one turn. But here was my issue with this, right? So we see here that he has Tree Burst or Triple Burst Dragon. I kind of feel like he should have found a way to keep that. And the reason is the Mayakashi monsters, you do not want to run them over and then have your opponent summoning them back from the graveyard. I felt like that would have been our awesome negation against Mayakashi specifically. Very similar to like if you run over a Sky Striker monster, you don't want your opponent summoning Ray from the graveyard, then they'll just use Ray to get another Sky Striker link and you really haven't accomplished that much. Kind of same concept in this matchup. Anyways, he is going to take his opponent's monster. I thought this was kind of smart if you can somehow assemble this board. So what you do is you attack with Borlo, take your opponent's monster, then you can use the Furious Dragon and you can pop the monster that you just stole for them and one of your opponent's cards. So basically you get a whole bunch of removal. He is going to use one of his negations on Savage Dragon or with Savage Dragon, but again, this is the reason why Triple Burst Dragon would have been good. He would have been able to stop these monsters from coming back from the graveyard. That's when Mayakashi Synchro monsters actually do stuff. This one that he is going to summon to level 3 can't be destroyed by battle, so he's able to keep a monster and he's able to keep his life points protected. Also, he kept a synchro linked to his link monster the entire time. Borlo Savage Dragon was just used, so its negation is not going to be a factor. He still does have disruption. He has the Furious Dragon. If he uses it at a good time, there may be, a way to disrupt his opponent's board. Looks like he's going to wait for him to go for the 11, and boom, hits him with that Furious Dragon pop. Okay, fair enough. He gave up his Furious Dragon, but Furious Dragon does float from the graveyard. Problem is, he does not have any more disruption. That means the Mayakashi level 9 can just activate its effect. It can get rid of one of his opponent's monsters and then simply attack over the copy of Savage Dragon. Now that was smart. So he banished Furious Dragon and he brought back Borlo Dragon. That terraforming was super clutch. Card is limited, so shout outs to him drawing limited cards. This gets him to his Revolve Boot sector, and now he can just summon a billion monsters from his graveyard. Summons 3 monsters for free, completely balanced, and he gets his Destru. So that he just went from 1 Borlo Dragon to like 5 monsters on field in the blink of an eye. I'm definitely liking that. Gonna go for Topologic Zero Volos, and this card is gonna put in that work off using Tracer. He summons to his link point and just watch the field. This is gonna be just ridiculous. Zero Volos says, "Get the fuck off my field," banishes everything, and now the board is pretty much clear. Now his opponent has a bunch of life points, but the thing is, Zero Volos will summon itself back from the banished zone, and I don't think his opponent actually has a way to out this. So he's probably just gonna look at his situation and he's gonna be like, all right, I scoop it up, Cap. I just definitely scoop it up. Or you know what? Maybe he wasn't the one scooping. You know what? I actually feel like he might have actually been able to win this if he would have summoned back. You know what? I think that the Rocket player might have actually scooped, because if he summons back the Mayakashi level 9, the one that when it summon from the graveyard banishes a monster, yeah, actually, you know what? I think I'm trolling. I think that the Mayakashi player wins, because I think he summons that one, the Fox, back from the graveyard. He banishes Zero Volos, and then he just attacks over Delindrous Dragon for game. Okay, you know what? I actually trolled. I thought that this was a scoop, and totally it was not a scoop. Anyways, our second duel is going to feature a crazy plant synchro hybrid. I mean, a lot of these decks, because they do have still a lot of powerful cards like Glow Up Bulb, Spore, I think Spore is banned in the OCG, right? And we still have multiple Lone Fire Blossoms. I still think Lone Fire Blossom should be banned. That card's fucking nuts. We have the Predaplane engine at full power. I want to say that Scorpio is limited to 1 in the OCG, although they have 3 Brilliant Fusions and we have 1 of those, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, he is going to use a lot of plant monsters. For instance, right here, using the Twilight Rose Knight to summon the copy of Glow Up Bulb from his hand. This is just straight up awesomeness. Anybody who is still rocking with Ultimate Tizoken and Master Rule 4, like, you're actually a saint. I love you, seriously. Anyone still trying to make this cards? It kind of feels like Ultimate Tizoken has just been power creep by the Guard Dragons, because they largely do the same thing, except they're link monsters, so you don't have to worry about like cluttering up your extra monster zone. But it's nice. He is going to get himself a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon for free. Then he says, Cap, I can go into Guard Dragon plays and Ultimate plays. Duh. Everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2019 is a Guard Dragon deck, people. It's just like they're the new Orcus, basically. Anyways, we know he did summon a copy of Saryuja. He's getting a lot of Earth monsters on field. Still has Glow Up Bulb access. I thought he could probably drop a Naturia Beast here. That would be a legitimate play. He could even go for something like a Psyframe Lord Omega. I probably wouldn't. I'd go for Naturia Beast. It would just be a little smarter. I thought he was going to use his copy of Saryuja to summon the Christia from his hand, because I was like, okay, you got, you know, Naturia Beast, Hybrid Dragon Archery and Abyss, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, summon the Christia, GG no Re. He actually goes a different route. You guys can debate whether it was better or not, but he is going to put himself in a position where he can drop another level 8 Synchro and go for Borreload Savage Dragon. It's good. I honestly feel like maybe Christia would have been a little better, because it just, I mean, I guess it's debatable. You have so much negation on board. Does it even matter? His opponent actually had a pretty decent go second hand with double Chalice and Dark Hole. It's just, he can't play through this much negation, especially considering that Naturia Beast is on the field. It can just constantly negate all the spells. Dark Hole, just put at 3, would have been very useful had he, you know, had the opportunity to actually play some Yu-Gi-Oh! But Guard Dragons are just too damn OP, man. Guard Dragons are just too strong, and you know, Plant Synchro gets it done, although we could call it Plant Synchro Guard Dragons. Every deck is a Guard Dragon deck, man, at this point. Play Guard Dragon Salaman Greats, Guard Dragon Sky Striker next. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short couple of duels. If you did, give a video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.